In this exercise, we'll take a quick look at database management in Pmod, specifically creating new databases for new projects and how to easily move data between databases. As illustrated by all of the exercises that are included in these videos, Pmod includes the ability to organize all types of data into databases. Images in the databases are stored as DICOM, and components of processing such as VOIs, time activity curves, protocols are saved using our own formats. The database functionality is available in all Pmod installations at no extra cost, and these databases allow data to be clearly organized by studies or projects. For example, for a given subject we can set the project, and then that will be available via advanced query searching for a certain project. Additionally, data within the database can be associated. The typical example of this is for PET and MR, where we can use shift-click to select the necessary series, and they can then be associated so that batch processing knows which PET and MR pair it's working with. The database storage structure in the Pmod file system also makes backup and archiving of data and processing results convenient. Your IT service can also help you make an automatic backup. After a standard installation, two databases, Pmod and Demo, are normally available if you've installed the Demo database, and they will be installed as built-in databases with this green symbol rather than the transaction server symbol shown here for the Demo database. In the following exercise, a new database is created and a dataset replicated between the Demo database and the new database. Use the shortcut at the bottom of this tool to bring up the menu. Here, for convenience, we can activate the main toolbox, where you can see the configuration button at the bottom. Open this configuration, where we see many settings, the third main tab of which is the database tab. Just to the right of the database name, the currently selected database, we can duplicate it, or using the menu we can also add a new data source. In this case we can use the name ExampleDB to create our new example database and confirm. We see that a name is created in the list using the default direct connection, and the paths that will be used for the database and for the file storage area are automatically populated depending on where your Pmod installation actually is. By default, these are within the Pmod installation folder, but you can also separate the database location from this installation folder to allow easier version updates and backup schemes. We should then click Create Database on the right-hand side to create the database tables. We see in the confirmation that this will create an empty database, and we should confirm. And hopefully we get a message that the database was created successfully. As a note, Mac and Linux creation of databases can be blocked due to folder access permission, and then you should contact us via the support schemes so that we can help you solve the problem. To make this database appear in all of the Pmod tools, we need to restart. When we now click on OK for the configuration, we'll be prompted that we should save a new configuration and that we can quit Pmod to restart. In the recent versions, Pmod will restart itself automatically. Then we can open a tool such as the View tool to check our new database. From the database selection list at the top, we can now see the new entry for our ExampleDB, and of course it's currently empty with no data within it. Data can be directly transferred from one database to another using replication. In this way you can have an import database and separate databases for your projects. To demonstrate this, we can select the demo database. where we can search for our familiar subject psave2, and from the Series tab we can select the pet3d and add it to the list for loading. To perform replication directly to another database, we have an option to the right of the with operations loading button. Often this shows export by default. As you can see from this pop-up menu, we have the option to select replicate. Here we can select the database that we will replicate to. So this particular subject that was selected from the demo DB can be replicated to our new example DB. And we confirm. Confirmation message seems okay. Then we can switch to the example DB, where we now see that we have a subject and we have the pet3d series as expected. Alternatively, new data can be directly imported from DICOM or any other image format and loaded for processing as normal. Then when you choose the Save to Database option, you can select your new database.